Welcome back to the Citizen Talk. You're all staying safe and well on our player rating show for City 2, Everton 0. Yes, match day 8 of the season 2025-26 Premier League. Yes, not the noisiest Etihad today, but the players did okay, didn't they? It took a little while to get going, but once Erling got on the score sheet, that was it. Everton, yeah, are okay. Pickford's a bit of a weird guy, isn't he? It does amaze me. I think his distribution is a bit, was rating him very, very Casper Schmeichelish, isn't it? His distribution for an England goalkeeper. It's quite shocking, really, but then again, England are usually, aren't they? Right, let's do the player ratings with Simon Bajkowski, the Manchester Evening News. My thoughts. We'll throw in a few Sofascore stats as well to give you see the back up the scores. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Stats, they always do that, don't they? But let's have a look, and please let us know your thoughts on the player ratings, guys. And before that, if you're new to the channel, smash that button, smash the like button, subscribe if you're not already done so. It'd be great to have you on board. And of course, if you can spare me any hype points on YouTube to help the algorithms of the channel, that'd be fantastic. Heading towards 47,000 subscribers now, so hopefully get to 50 in the next few weeks. So thank you for your support. Keep supporting, guys. Right, let's have a look at these player ratings for this game. We'll start at the very beginning, shall we? We'll start with Mr. Donnarumma. He's a colossus, isn't he? Yes, he's everything I thought he would be, playing for City, and he loves it, doesn't he? I love a goalkeeper who's animated. I loved Edison to bits, but he wasn't very animated towards the fans, was he? I mean, he didn't really give a toss, really, about the fans. He just got on with it. But with Donnarumma, he wears his heart on his sleeve, doesn't he? And he's just great for the fans to have Donnarumma as a goalkeeper, as well as the team, of course. Right, Simon said of his performance today, made some decent saves and commanded his area to excellent effect to keep Everton at bay. Give him a 7. Yeah, I wasn't called upon too much, but he looks a big unit at the back, doesn't he? That's what impressed me about him. He looks as though they shall not pass. You know, he does flap a bit for a big lad, but no worse than any other keeper in the Premier League or any of the top leagues in Europe, I don't think. Simon, give him a 7. Yeah, I'll give him a 6.5. I'm not going to go mad. Say he didn't have too much to do today, but he did it adequately, so I'll give him a 6.5. Sofascore stats, he made 1 save from inside the box, 2 punches and 1 high claim. On to Núñez, Simon said took care of his defensive duels and also proved to be a threat in the attacking third. Eager to be involved on the ball and scored him an 8. Very kind against that. As ever, Simon's been very generous with some of the points. I thought he was very good today. No obvious bozos that we sort of connect with Núñez over time, but I think he did really well at right back today. He was confident. Yeah, I think he did everything that was asked of him. I won't go as high as 8. I've given him a 7. He won. He had 3 tackles, which he lost all 3 of them, so not great. He made 3 clearances, 9 recoveries, which is important. Ground duels, he won 5 out of 7. He won 2 out of 3 aerial duels and was dribbled past 1. So I think 8's a bit high from Simon, but I thought Núñez did a good job at right back today against not the most impressive Everton I've seen. In fairness, of course, if Grealish had been playing, it might have been a different matter. Anyway, he can only play about what he can play against, can't he? On to Diaz. Made sure nothing got past him, said Simon. His bromance with Donnarumma builds with every game. Well, we've all got bromance with Donnarumma, I think, haven't we? We're all looking up to him, that's for sure. Simon's given him a 7. I just thought it was solid. I thought in the air he was pretty shocking, and the stats do back that up. He was awful. He did lose a lot of in the air, and as a big lad, he's not a small lad, is he? He should perhaps win more, and he has been improving recently, but he had a bit of a shocker today, as the stats will show. I've just given him a 6 out of 10. I'm not going to go mad on Diaz today. He was okay. He won 1 out of 1 tackle. He made 1 interception, 5 clearances. He had 1 block shot, 5 recoveries. He won 1 out of 2 ground duels. He just won 2 out of 8 aerial duels, and that's where he fell down a little bit. Fouls, he made 1. On to Aki. Yes, Simon's been a bit harsh on Aki, and I don't know why particularly. He said he looked unsure of himself against Beto and put City into trouble giving the ball away in his own half. He's given him a 5. Yeah, I remember that. I remember the poor pass, for God's sake. I can't remember anything else he did wrong in the game. To give him a 5, I think, is very unreasonable of Simon, to say the least. And I think it's a position he's hardly played, has it? It's not exactly been a regular centre half for us. So I thought he did a bloody good job at centre half today. I'll forgive him that one error. It didn't lead to a goal, thankfully. But I'm going to give him a 6.5. I thought Aki was all right. I think Simon's 5 is a bit pathetic, to be honest with you. He won 2 out of 2 tackles. He made 4 clearances, 1 recovery. He won 3 out of 3 ground duels. He won 4 out of 4 aerial duels. They are Diaz, look on. And he made 1 error leading to a shot, which is one we'll talk about. But I'm not going to give him a 5 just for that. I thought he played very, very well today. O'Reilly, Simon said, the youngster goes from strength to strength with another towering performance that proved decisive in the game. He's given him an 8. Yes, I said Simon's being kind to, really overly kind to some. Yeah, he's picking on someone like Aki. I'm not too sure why. Anyway, I thought he just appears more comfortable. O'Reilly has to play that. He doesn't particularly started off as a left back, didn't he, as a young player, and then switched, of course, to midfield. So now he's back at left back, and I think he's glad to get the games there. And he did look comfortable today. Again, I think 8's a bit high. I'd give him a 7. If you look at some of his stats, he won 1 out of 2 tackles, he made 1 interception, 3 clearances, 2 recoveries, he won 4 out of 7 ground duels. He didn't win any of his 3 aerial duels, though, for a big lad. So perhaps could improve on that. 1 foul was dribbled past once. On to Gonzalez. Very good early on to ensure City had control of the game, said Simon. Nothing flashy, but promising. He's given him a 7. I mean, based on some of the other scores Simon gave, I would have thought Gonzalez deserved an 8. I thought he was excellent today. I'm so happy for him. All the crap he got when he first started playing for City. There seems to be a lack of patience with some fans on what is a key position, of course, playing for City. The role he's asked to do, and I thought he did very, very well today. Very confident, did very well. I'd give him a 7 as well, but. Well done, Gonzalez. I enjoyed it. 2 key passes. His pass accuracy was 90%, 71 out of 79. He made 40 out of 44, or completed 40 out of 44 passes in the opposition half. He passed in his own half, 31 out of 35, and long balls accurate, 2 out of 3, 67%. Yeah, I think Gonzalez should be proud of his performance today. On to Reinders. The story of his last few weeks recently, said Simon, bright enough but not able to be decisive. Yeah, again, okay. I'm not nothing to panic about in Reinders' performance. And he was okay, but nothing fantastic. So I'd have to agree with Simon for a change on that one. I give him a 6 as well. He did create 1 big chance, 2 key passes. He made 20 out of 30 accurate passes, 93%. He made 21 out of 23 passes accurate in the opposition half, 7 out of 7 in our own half, which is all we can ask. 2 long balls were accurate out of 2. So I mean, those stats are quite kind to him. Perhaps 6 is a bit low, but yeah, I don't know with Reinders. I think we've got to put our level a little bit lower of what we expect from Reinders, and then perhaps we'll get a higher score. But again, he's another player. It just needs time. I mean, because he started so well, we thought, good God, this player's great. But we've got to give him a bit of leeway, haven't we? But I'll give him a 6 anyway. Simon give him a 6 as well for this game. Foden, Simon said he promised plenty and had a hand in both goals, but he still feels he has multiple gears to move through. He's given him a 7. I think he did a role for Pep today. I think no sort of glory stuff. I think he worked hard, was given that role to like a Bernardo role to me today, where he's expected to work just round the middle, not rather than do Bernardo where he's all over the shop. Just has to work. I think Pep asked him to sort of keep that ball circulating around the middle of the park, and that's what he did. A mature performance, I'd say, from Foden today. A little bit different, done what his managers asked, I think. I've given him a 7 as well. Simon gave him a 7, but I'm not worried about the performance. I just think he was given a job to do, and he did it. He created 1 big chance. He made 4 key passes, 3 crosses accurate out of 11, but that's par for the course, mostly corners, wasn't it, I assume. 54 out of 57 accurate passes, of which 37 out of 48 in the opposition half, and 20 out of 20 in our half. That's what I'm saying. So he's dropping a lot deeper. As long as he drops deeper and does 100% pass accuracy, there's no problem there, is there? And long balls, 4 out of 5 were accurate, 80%. So he did okay, Phil Foden. As I said, I think he did the job he was asked today. Simon said his finishing should have been better on a number of occasions in the first half, but he did pick up an assist. He did. He gave him a 6. I've been a bit kind. I thought it was all right. I think of the two wingers, I think he was better than Doku. I think Doku flattered the deceiver a little bit today. I thought Savvy was better. Yes, he could have done better with a chance, with some chances and some crosses, but I think he was better than I thought. I didn't expect he'd play today. I thought he'd be on the bench, and I was a bit worried, but he certainly played better than I thought he would. Simon's given me 6. I'd give him a 6.5. Please, guys, let us know what you think as well on these. He made 1 assist, of course, 2 key passes, 1 accurate cross out of 1. Accurate passes, 28 out of 35, of which 24 passes were in the opposition half out of 31, so 77%. And passes in own half, 5 out of 5. So that's 100% his own half. That's what we want. We don't want cocking up in our own half, do we? And he had 1 long ball was accurate out of 2. So I thought Savvy was the best of him and Doku today. We'll get on to Doku, of course, right now. Doku looked bright enough, said Simon in the opening stage. He just couldn't convert that into teeing up chances. Could have done better in front of goal himself. Yeah, he passed it, didn't he? He had a great chance. Simon's given him a 6. I thought he started really well. That chance, I think it was towards the end of the first half, and he sort of passed it to Pickford rather than put his foot through it. I was a bit disappointed. It was 0-0 at the time, just approaching half-time. It would have been a great time to get a goal. But as I said, I think Savvy played a little bit better than Doku today. It wasn't a bad game, but nothing fantastic. He got a 6 from me as well. Simon gave him a 6. 3 key passes. 4 crosses, of which none were accurate, 87% pass accuracy. He made 24 out of 32 successful passes in the opposition half, and passes in the own half, 3 out of 3. I said, as long as all those 100%, we're all right, aren't we? On to Erling, yes, as I say, even when it wasn't happening in that first half, he never stops working, does he? I think there's one or two where he set up chances for other people. Simon said the worst to describe him are running out. Well, yeah, just call him brilliant. But his goal supply is not 2 more for the Italians. Scored him an 8. I'd give him an 8 as well. He was desperate for that hat-trick. I think it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while since he got a hat-trick for City. Of course, he got one for his national team recently. I just thought he played hard and tried hard throughout this game. Thoroughly deserved 2 goals. Got an 8 out of 10. Perhaps could have got another one. His expected goals, according to Sofascore, were 1.02, so he performed better than that. He had 5 shots. His expected goals on target, there's an interesting one, 1.12, so that means he did better, yeah. Shots on target for 1 shot blocked and 2 big chances missed. Yeah, I think those chances he missed sort of half chances, weren't they? I wouldn't say he was destined to score them, but hey, he did try, that's for sure. On to the substitutes. Bernardo for Reinders on 60 minutes. He kept City's level up, said Simon. I think Simon's been a bit unkind there. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was brilliant for the 30-odd minutes he was on the pitch. I've given him a 6.5. I thought he was excellent, a bit like the old Bernardo. Perhaps we can get it for 30 minutes at a time, but that's not too bad if we get that, is it? But I did think he'd start this game, but I thought he did a good job when he came on. He made 1 key pass, 35 out of 39 accurate passes. He completed 17 out of 20 passes in the opposition half, and passes in our own half, yeah, he wasn't 100%, 18 out of 19, 95%. Yeah, sack him tomorrow. But that's a hell of a lot for 30-odd minutes, isn't it? So he was a busy lad. And long balls, 3 out of 5 were accurate, 60%. Bob, the other guy who got plenty of minutes, he came on 60 minutes for Doku. Looked at home on the right wing, said Simon, give him a 6. There certainly wasn't any drop-off, was there? I wasn't overly impressed with Doku's performance, but there's certainly no drop-off from Bob. His passes, 16 out of 17 were accurate. In the opposition half, 10 out of 11. In his own half, 6 out of 6. So, yeah, I mean, I've given him a 6. I might have even pushed it to a 6.5, but I'll stick to a 6 because he was only on for 30-odd minutes, and if I'm going to give Bernardo a 6.5, I can only give Bob a 6, I think. I don't think he's going to get a 6.5 from me, but all good stuff, and it wasn't a drop. It was bringing him on for Doku. We didn't sort of lack anything, did it? And the other subs, of course, just weren't on long enough with it to mark. Lewis, Cherky, nice to see Cherky back, and Kovacic. I thought, I don't know what his stats were. I thought he got quite involved, Kovacic, in that little Gonzalez role for 9 or 10 minutes at the end. Well, it'll be 12 minutes, won't it? We've got 7 minutes injury time, so I like Kovacic. I thought he did all right, and I liked his hair. He's got a new hairstyle. It looks a bit different to me. It looked like a little bit more like Gundogan to me today than Kovacic. But anyway, not too much time. But I thought he did well for the time he was on. Good to see him back. Good to see Cherky back, of course. There you go, guys. Let me know your ratings. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, very soon, if you're tuning in, we'll have the preview of Villarreal versus City. That should be out on the Sunday. I'm doing that on the Sunday morning, so I'll try and get it out by Sunday lunchtime. And the story of this game I'll get out on Monday. So if you want to have a look, the good, the bad, and the in-between of everything City and the man of the matches and what the papers think, etc., tune back in for that story of the game on Monday, and just the preview on Sunday of Villarreal. Big game, another big game. I would have loved to be going into that with 6 points, but sadly we're going into it with 4. But check in with the preview anyway to see my thoughts on that and my thoughts on Villarreal as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Please, if you push those buttons, that'd be fantastic. If you want to keep in touch with me or get in touch with me, you can through YouTube, of course, or through my socials. And there are ways of doing that. Others like X, and Facebook, and everything else. So all the other things. So if you want to find out how to contact me, or do you want to help support the channel in other ways, sponsorships, etc., anything like that, I'm always open to any thoughts you might have. All you ever have to do is keep watching and listening.
Thanks for that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the feature anyway, and please, if you can, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, that'd be wonderful. And if you're not already a subscriber, it'd be great if you could subscribe. It's absolutely free. Also, check out all my social media links. Will be in the description and comments below if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. We can chat on there and do all things City, of course. Also, if you're into film and TV, don't forget a lot of this channel is film and TV stuff. I love me film and TV like I do City. So if you're into that, have a look. Or even though someone who might not be that bothered about the football but likes film and TV, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very grateful. And special thanks as ever to supporters of the channel. Piat6505. They've got a little eBay shop selling film and TV memorabilia mainly, including books, magazines, posters, lots of posters, and they do have some City stuff as well that they've purloined off me over time, so there'll be a few bits and pieces, probably more going on as well. So have a look at Piat6505 on eBay. And yes, if you do go onto eBay, and if you're a member, we do have memberships, 99p a month. You get early access to all my vlogs, so as soon as I do them, you get them. Sometimes it could be months before they're published generally, so a lot of the history stuff, so you have access. The membership gives you access to that. It gives you 10% extra off at Piat6505 if you want to buy any of that memorabilia. So you can actually gain that from being a member and support the channel. That's a great way of supporting the channel, of course, like watching the ads on the original thing that you've seen now, my original feature. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, also, before we go, podcasts. If you like your podcasts, I do a podcast with Mike Long in South Korea. It's called Bolt from the Blue, in our 8th season. Yeah, we've had some good fun on there. We're trying to have a bit of humour, generally look at City's games as and when we play them, have a look back. So please check out that. It's on Soundcloud, Spotify, all good places you get your podcasts from. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed everything about this feature, and you didn't mind me asking you about this at the end. And please, all I ever ask for you is to stay safe, everyone, especially you Blues.